Hey, I didn't. Oh man, this is for whoever's watching. You're getting to see this live. The date is not updated. It is not September. We should do a live podcast on the road to NIU. That would be wild. 11. Today's the 12th. 22. Episode. Getting to see the behind the scenes. 76. Okay. A live podcast on the road to NIU would be nuts. Oh, I just realized the reason I do need my phone. Because we gotta check the questions. But you can look at your phone. So, yeah. Newcastle's tied 0-0 with Chelsea at halftime. Lovely. Okay. Welcome to Someone's Happy Hour. Today is November 12th, episode 76, and we've got a great show in store for everyone. We have our questions for the mailbag this week, so we've got a lot of good stuff in there, so excited for that. It's been a bit since we've had an episode, so we're going to highlight some of the stuff we've kind of done over the last month or so. We also have our normal segments, and then we'll wrap it up with our 5v5 of things that are worth the money. So that should be a good one. So looking forward to that. Good to be back. Took a sec to fire up the old Streamlabs on my laptop, but we're live and kicking now.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've done this. A lot has happened, but a lot of good stuff. Fall's become in full swing now. I feel like it was like summer last time we talked. But
When does winter technically start?
I think December 22nd. Like winter
solstice.
solstice.
Really?
Winter solstice.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was like, I fucking feel.
Well, if we're talking technicality, I mean,
no, that's what I was looking for. It was
like it's already snowed here, so it's not like
yeah. The one thing I will say though, and like obviously I don't want to speak too soon because it's just probably gonna get colder, but it is nice because out here I feel like it's so sunny that, and I remember you telling me it's like it may snow like a lot, but then it like literally melts the next day.
Yeah, literally.
Which is super, super nice. I don't know if Illinois has gotten any snow.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I think Minnesota had because I'll get to that, but I was just out there multiple times. But yeah, so with that, I think we can get into what we're drinking. So obviously it's morning for us, I guess, not everyone watching, but in the morning, so we're not necessarily drinking any alcohol yet.
Yeah.
But we just stopped over to Starbucks, so I've got a vanilla sweet cream cold brew, pretty fire, can't complain.
Yeah, I got Irish cream cold brew.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, cold brews are pretty good way to go, even though it's pretty cold today.
Yeah.
I was debating on getting a hot drink.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty like, I don't know. I feel like I get cold coffee almost all the time. Even, I don't care what the weather is. The only time is if it was like maybe like absolutely freezing. Or if I'm at
home.
Yeah, like obviously at home I'll just make hot coffee. Although I'll do like the thing where I'll like have leftover and just make it iced coffee. Yeah. But I feel like the only, like if I go to Dunkin', I'll get hot coffee because I don't like their iced coffee.
That is really sweet.
Yeah, it's like you're literally drinking like
syrup.
Like it's just too much. But yeah, that's the spot where I will get like and I'll usually just say, can I just have a regular coffee? And then depending on if I want like cream or sugar or not. But yeah, I don't know. That's my go-to. I don't know if everyone else is drinking coffee right now. I don't know. I feel like not everyone is super reliant on coffee. I feel like if I just don't have it, I just can't function. So.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need it.
Yeah, that's good though. Would you say so you don't need coffee or tea, or would you need at least one?
I could just wake up and just get going.
That's nuts. I feel like I need like a coffee in front of me to like get my day going. Just like, I don't know. Otherwise, I feel like my day hasn't fully started yet. But it's funny.
I mean, like I won't wake up and be like, oh man,
yeah,
get right to work. I mean, I'll be like slow waking up.
Yeah.
But like I feel no.
Oh yeah, well I'm not saying I expect you to like jumping out of bed like let's get this day started.
I mean I'm still like tired, halfway passing out and stuff like that. But like I feel like it's the same thing if I have coffee, if I don't.
Yeah.
Like coffee to me like doesn't like wake me up. It's just like
Well, cool. See, that's what like part of me wonders if it's like there's obviously caffeine in it, so like that helps. But like part of me wonders if it's also just more like in my head it's like a habit where like I wake up and start my day with coffee.
Yeah. Plus I feel like it's more of like a physical thing. Like you're just waking up your digestive system, so that's waking you up. So like you're putting something into your body. Like if you're just putting water still like they say like an 8-ounce glass of water is what you're supposed to do when you wake up. Mm. And like I feel like that is also like you're like waking up your.
That's true. Like if you just drink water, you're probably
Yeah, or like have like a little like overnight oats, or have like, you know.
Have you been good with making overnight oats?
No, we made it like that 1 week, and then I haven't done it.
Well,
since.
it's funny because like you told me about it, I was like, oh, dude, that's a good idea, and I like made it like once or twice, and then it's one of those things where
it's funny because it's so good too.
It is,
but it's like I have this thing, and like Nancy probably make fun of me for it, but like I don't want my overnight oats to be too mushy. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. So I like try to do it at the very last moment as possible, which always is like, I'm so tired at the last moment that I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I like doing it at the last moment because I like when the oats are still like firm and like almost like not crunchy, because like that's obviously not it. But like there's like a, I don't know, more solid to me.
Yeah. Well, and then I don't know. I think that's the hardest part. And I mean, we were literally talking about this when we all went out to dinner yesterday. But like, it's sort of the same with like crock pot meals for me. It's like you have to just be so planned. Like, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's like, oh, I'm not hungry right now. Like, I don't really. It's whatever, out of sight, out of mind. And then it's like, but that's just such. It's like, I don't know. It's like you have to be forward thinking. Like, this sucks to do right now, but I'm gonna be happy I do this later.
But yeah, normally now I feel like I get pretty good because I've been on like an apple a day kind of thing, because I love apples anyway.
Keeping the doctor away.
That's right. But I feel like that in the morning, that or a banana and like water is like usually what I do, because I'm just like either so lazy to make coffee, I don't really care, or tea, that I just do that.
I'm really bad with eating anything for breakfast, so I
think I mostly do it just because like I don't want to like. Sometimes I really don't want to go get started. Like, I don't want to like keep spending money every day and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'll just curb my, drive to go get something and spend more money, and I'll just get an apple.
Yeah. So that, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's always nice, like the next morning when I have it, I feel like, oh yeah, like let's go when I have the overnight oats, but.
I like look forward to it. Definitely.
It's the night before where I'm
but
like, man.
I guess that's different, because then when I go wake up in the morning for overnight oats, I'm not necessarily like eating it first thing. I think I like, well, since I like early morning, I won't have them anymore, but I have like I had the 7:30 meetings. I wouldn't like grab it at 7 a.m. and eat it. I'd like wait till like 10.
Yeah. Has that like completely, so I know like you were saying that one person left. So is that like now you like, have they already decided that, because there's people in the Eastern time zone on your team?
Yeah. So I mean, like when there's meetings at 9 a.m. on Eastern, it's looking at me 7 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
But like those don't happen as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while there's like a team meeting or like whatever. Like then it's fine. But I don't have the everyday anymore. The everyday is like 8. They moved it like half hour back, which is good. I mean, I'm fine. I still wake up at like 7:30 for Enzo. But.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think with that, we can get into our morning stand-up. And actually, I just thought of something else to add to my list. But yeah, that is what we've got here. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot has definitely happened since our last episode. I don't know if we mentioned it before. I think we did. But like Kyle, Emma, and Charlie came to visit us here in Denver. So that was a blast. They were able to stay with Nancy and I for a week or something like that. And they brought Charlie along, so Enzo had a friend the entire time. So that was good. We did a lot of fun things, showing them around, showing them our area. They're obviously considering the move here and considering places and stuff like that. So they got to check out different areas, apartments. And it's always fun, too, because I feel like now that Nancy and I had to go through it, and then we kind of not helped, but like I told you about places for you, and then like Cody and Patrick, when they did here, they were like checking out places. So I feel like we've been through this process quite a bit of like looking at places. I almost feel like I could start giving tour guides for like different apartments because of how many times we've checked out like different areas.
Yeah, anyone else who's looking to move out here, right here.
May as well open my own business. But no, it was a lot of fun because we got to do, like, we had to go on a hike. That was a good time with the dogs. Cool. And then we got to pretty much go out to Rhino, go out to different breweries, go out to see the different. A lot of it was closed because we went on like Sundays and stuff like that. But like
it was a good mix though. I feel like a good mix of like kind of every bit that you get from living out here, because you had the nature piece, like going out and hiking and stuff. But you also had like the various breweries we went to. We also gave them like our local experience, which is like out here, like showing
trivia,
them what we have.
kava,
all
the things you hear us talk about a lot.
Yeah, so that was good. And it's cool because it sounds like I don't want to like I guess jinx it, but it sounds like pretty set that like this is a for sure thing that's happening, because I know like Kyle's officially like gotten the confirmation like Denver transfer like May 1st.
Yeah, things to be looking pretty good for them for if they want to move here and stuff like that. Yeah. Make it solid and everything. So that's good. It's awesome to hear.
It's pretty nuts.
And it's pretty fun to have everyone coming to your city, or like, you know.
Yeah.
Or to all meet up in a city. Clearly, like everyone's coming to us. But like
clearly you didn't scare people away, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny too, because when they came, I feel like when all you guys came here initially, when we moved here, we obviously didn't know Denver that well. So we didn't like do as fun. We still had fun, but like we didn't do like the Denver-y stuff, you know? Then after like the year of living here and now people come out here, I feel like we have a pretty good grasp on the city to where like we can like go do fun things. And it's like such a different vibe that you get than when like you first initially come to Denver. Because we were talking about this earlier too. Like I feel like when you come to Denver, it's like it's not as upfront charming as other cities. Like it's not like you like, oh, I'm in Denver and it's like, this is so beautiful. I mean, like the mountains are pretty and stuff like that, but it's not like, oh man, like Denver's amazing as soon as you step foot like New York or Chicago. There's no like mystic history that you feel like, oh, like celebrities and like LA and stuff like that. We're like, oh my god, the Lakers play there. You're not going, oh my god, the Nuggets. But it's like,
I mean,
maybe
Nikola Jokic.
So I feel like you really need to like go out of your way to experience other parts of Denver, like the beer scene and stuff like that. The pretty much alcohol is what runs this city. So.
That's where it's kind of cool, because I feel like there is like the downtown element where like you can go downtown and there are fun things. But I feel like we were just saying this the other day, but I feel like most of, and this is what helps that you've been here for long enough to where you can actually like show these areas, is like it's more I feel like about the neighborhoods in Denver versus like you want to be like amongst the
plus. It really helps having people with you too, because I think one of the biggest things about this city is people are so very active, and they like love doing outside things, and they love sports. They love being active, hiking, camping, skiing, volleyball. Like, I feel like that's such a huge part of this city that like you don't really see when you're going to visit places. Especially if like, you're visiting Denver, you're not going to go to the park and play volleyball. Like you can do that whenever you want it back home.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's such a big like culture around it here that like. A lot of people, like we go to Cheeseman Park at sunset, and there's people like a massive amount of people like in blankets with, you know, bottled wine, having a picnic or walking. Like obviously a dog friendly city, dogs everywhere, volleyball nets everywhere. It's such like a, it feels like a college campus because of how many people are out like doing the, like, the volleyball. Even
I think it was last week, like mid last week or something, like and this is where it's so cool to have like people in your area and just kind of be able to do like spontaneous things like this, but we were just like, oh, it's pretty nice out. Do you guys want to like just throw a frisbee around? Like that's what you're saying. So
and there was like a bunch of people there.
Yeah, exactly. We went over there and it's like we're throwing the frisbee around, but there are people playing tennis and pickleball. There are people like playing fetch with their dog, like doing all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not saying people don't do this elsewhere. No. Obviously, this is like universal thing.
But it's cool because it's like 5 minutes away from us, and we're just one of like many neighborhoods in Denver. And I feel like we're also like
I feel like it's just like more condensed here. Like people like really enjoy outdoor stuff here, which makes sense why you'd be in Denver.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you can't enjoy it anywhere else, but like it's just like you can see it plainly. Like people like
and it's cool too because like we were saying earlier with like the snow, like it just melts so fast. It's so sunny. Like I know you mentioned, I'm sure we'll experience it here in the coming months. But like, it can be really cold in winter. But then there could be just like a random day that it's like 60.
And and then like the park is packed and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's gonna be nice. At least like obviously maybe it's not obviously gonna consistently be that, but like having those breaks is gonna be super nice.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was a long-winded thing about it. But I hope Kyle and Emma and Charlie enjoy their time.
Yeah.
It seemed like they really did enjoy it. It almost felt weird when they were saying goodbye because it almost feels like they should already be here already.
Yeah.
So it was like weird. Like, all right, I'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And but yeah, so that was a really good time. We recently took Enzo to the vet for his yearly checkup, and they said he was a little bit chubby. So that was something we had to take into consideration now. So that was pretty funny. We are now going on long walks a day, so we're getting the 2 miles in, and we have like since cut back on like the treats we give him because we like obviously his puppy face is hard to say no to, so it's like down.
Yeah.
And then eggnog season has officially begun, so that's what I wrote down. I'm a huge fan of eggnog, and I wonder if any of you guys like eggnog. Let me know because I'm looking for more supporters. It's hard to find them out there nowadays because I'm a big fan. So I can drink eggnog regularly. I can drink like an eggnog milkshake, and I also like eggnog, like bourbon and eggnog, because that's like, to me, I like alcohol, and then I like bourbon, and I like eggnog, so all of it together is pretty good. So recently I got Jason to try it because I just got some
eggnog. Charging my laptop.
Because recently I just got some eggnog from Trader Joe's, and Jason said he never had any, so
Samantha just said, she said, I've never had eggnog. Yeah, I didn't either until yesterday, and it was actually really good.
Yeah, Nancy said, I've cut back on giving treats, but
I haven't. It's so hard.
I got to make up for the balance. Yeah.
It's so hard. He's just, he's the best. He's the best.
Oh, Samantha's never had eggnog?
Yeah, she said that. I was going to say, like, I'm guessing that neither of my parents like it, so, like, we just never really had it growing up, because they're never going to, like, buy eggnog if they don't want it.
I feel like it's more known as like an alcoholic party drink.
Yeah, and like my parents don't drink.
And like I feel like I'm probably in the minority of people being like, oh, I'm just gonna buy eggnog to drink it. Yeah. But like I like eggnog. So I mean,
like, it's like one of those things that like I don't know.
It's like a dessert.
You're
not gonna have ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta like go into it with the mindset that it's like a dessert. Because like if you're just like, oh, am I gonna have like lemonade? Like, so if you're like trying to just have like a normal like drink or like something, you're like, oh, I don't want water. You're like, oh, can I have like lemonade, a Diet Coke? Or that's not how you should approach it. Like, this is more of like I don't know, you're just kind of chilling and I don't know. It's more like it's honestly sort of like, it's like a little less thick than a milkshake, but it's the same like level of sweetness. And with whiskey, or bourbon rather, it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah. Plus, it's not something that you have, like we were doing, because we obviously went out for dinner, but then we had drinks when we were out. And when we came back, we're like, I mean, like, it's good, but, like, you're probably not going to down a few of these because, like, you're, already full from dinner, already had drinks. So it's kind of, like, weird to have at the end.
Maybe that's what we could do today.
Yeah, just start eggnog. It's really good to have at, like, I feel like when you, like, go to a Christmas party or, like, when you go to a party or, like, you're baking or something like that.
Oh.
Like, it's good to have, like, an eggnog drink because then it's, like, you're not full from dinner, but you're not, like...
Yeah, like, you still have...
Like, you have finger food and you have eggnog. It's, like, a good...
That's a good balance.
Together.
That's a good balance.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But with eggnog, there's also other holiday drinks, and I'm curious if any have you tried or any other listeners tried. Because like last night I had one at the bar, and it was really good. Because I'm a big fan of these called hot toddies, pretty popular. Well, like basically like hot whiskey drink that you have. People used to like say it's good for like colds and stuff like that back in the day. Yeah. But there's like ciders out there that people can make with like alcohol. I was gonna
say, you've been to Chris Kindle Market, right?
Yeah. The hot chocolate.
Well, they have hot chocolate. Yeah, they have the hot chocolate and hot chocolate with alcohol. But they also have the wine, like the hot wine.
Mm-hmm. Mulled wine.
Mulled wine. Okay.
Nancy really likes the mulled wine.
And I was gonna say that's actually like that one's really good. And I remember when we went there, and actually because I'm assuming most of the people listening are probably in Illinois area. Like that's one thing that I found out that I'm excited about is they also have Chris Kindle Market out here. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely not as big, but it's really nice.
Well, I was gonna say I'm sure it's still like decent though. And I'm excited to check it out. Like I didn't even.
They have some really good food. They have some really good food.
Oh, dude, that's always like literally we went. I ended up going.
There's not as many like trinket shops.
I'd rather there be food shops.
Yeah, it's more food, beer, and wine places.
That's totally fine. Well, because like I think I went like twice in the span of a few days last year because I went with like my family and then like I think some combo of Andy, Samantha, and Carter literally went. I think they both went, some combo of them went with me both times. But I went with two groups of people, and it was just one of those things where I was like, oh, this time I'm gonna get potato pancakes, and like they like bratwurst, and like oh, the amount of food they had was just incredible.
Yeah, I think the Kindle Market is opening next week.
Really?
But I think we're not gonna go until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I think also
I'd be down to wait.
The Botanical Gardens here in Denver, they do a light show. They do like Christmas lights. I think they just opened up as well, or they're like setting up because last time I walked by, I think I saw lights going with Enzo, and they sell alcoholic hot chocolate there.
That's all you need.
I think.
What kind of alcohol would you put with hot chocolate? You think? Would it be like Bailey's?
You do that, or you could do like vanilla vodka, or you could do.
Oh, true. I don't know if I've had vanilla vodka.
Like the Smirnoff's, like there's like marshmallow vodka,
actually,
vodka.
Question, because we were talking about this yesterday. Does anyone actually like White Russians?
Yeah, I've never had one, so I can't.
I don't think I want it, but for context, it is vodka, milk, and then other stuff.
I think, yeah.
But it sounds disgusting, so I don't know. Sorry if I just offended you if you really like them. Maybe I just need... I don't think I'd want to try it, though. Yeah. I just don't like the idea that my alcoholic beverage would be like milky. But I mean, there's some of them where I guess like coffee and Bailey's. Or
well,
like,
eggnog
is straight up. I don't know, whatever, maybe.
But there's a lot of spice.
Samantha likes Bailey's. Apparently, Bailey's with hard eyes. I actually did not know that.
Bailey's is pretty good.
I didn't know that. Nice. Sorry, we keep getting off track here.
But yeah, my last thing is with all this talk of the holidays, obviously the Christmas decorations have gone up in full effect. And we surprised Jason with it the other day. So.
Yeah, it was really funny because I think it was it Wednesday when we were going to trivia?
No, it was Thursday, right?
Oh no, it was the day we didn't go to trivia, but we all went to the tap room.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because I texted everyone. I was like, "Oh, do you guys want to go tap room later today?" And Tyler or Nancy texted back like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And I don't know. I might have to scroll back a bit, so it would maybe take too long. But literally, I just get a text from Tyler. He's like, "Jace, could you come over here really quick?" And I was like, and it sounded like there was no context, no anything. And I was like taken aback. I'm like, I think my response is literally, "Is everything okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, for sure."
I was like, "Yeah, you'll see when you get here."
And I was like, "Oh God!" And so I walk over there and I see the doormat or whatever that says "Merry Christmas." I see the wreath and I'm like, I'm about to walk into fucking Santa's workshop.
Yeah.
So that was that was funny because that was literally. I mean, if it was last week, I mean that's November 5th.
Yeah. It was like, November 7th or something like that. Yeah. I think we put up. But yeah, we put up the tree, the garland, lights around the window, all the little
literally
decorations, mistletoe.
You would literally, yeah. That was actually really funny because I walk in and I was like, mistletoe.
I was like, gotcha.
But yeah, no, so that was literally already set up. You literally going in there. It's not like, oh, they have started putting it up. It's like you would literally think Christmas is next week. So, yeah. Oh, Smith said, okay, Jason, I flooded your phone with questions. Nice. But yeah, so that was a really funny thing to walk into. I guess from my end, one thing I thought about and I just said it was last Friday on the 4th. Oh, so it was even before the 5th.
There we go. It's time for Christmas.
I like Thanksgiving though. So.
At least in Enzo's household.
Yeah, as far as Enzo's concerned, he's like, what even is Thanksgiving? But one of the things I know I've talked about here, and I was really sad about, House of the Dragon ended. I know not everyone listening here probably watches it, but if you do or haven't watched it yet, you definitely should. It's phenomenal. That was sad, but now I just have to wait. It's one of those things where I feel like it sucks when you find a new show that you like, and it's only one season in, and then you now, especially with a show like that has so many CGI and things like that, they literally said the next season's not coming out until 2024.
Oh,
so I might not be alive by 2024. I'm kidding. So that sucks. So that was House of Dragon. The other thing, I feel like I've been traveling a ton, so I think I mapped it out to where I realized I've been in an airport every week since mid-October and through mid-November. So most of 2 of the instances was work. Upcoming, I'll be going to Illinois on Monday, and I'll be there for a week and a half, which will be kind of nice. But the one thing I was really excited to do over Halloween was go to Iowa State. So that was really fun. Had a good time. Got to check out the campus. Carter loves it, so it's awesome. Got to go to a football game where they lost me money because they couldn't cover a fucking spread. I'm really mad because I bet on Iowa State before earlier this year.
You're pretty good about the spread.
And I bet Oklahoma this year, and both teams have fucked me over. So I literally, weeks prior, I was like, fuck both these teams, I'm doing the under. And then I just got talked into the everyone was pumped. I was like, fuck it, Iowa State it is. And the under would have been the easiest bet ever.
You didn't place the under?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Because I was just all in on fuck the under, dude.
I thought you did the under weeks ago is what you said.
No, I told everyone I was telling them, I was like, oh dude, just remind me I'm going to do the under because I hate both of these teams. They fucked me over with betting.
You can't really bet weeks ago. But.
And then, even if it wasn't weeks in advance, I was always like, I'm going to place a bet for the game. It's going to be the under because I hate both these teams. And then I just got caught up in the moment and was like, let's go Cyclones. And they fucked me over. So that was fun. But that was so much fun. So me, Andy, Gavin, were able to visit Carter. So that was a blast. Got to have Rumplemans, which I know is one of your favorites.
No. It's my sister's favorite.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I know you're not a fan.
Least favorite. I mean, actually, I don't mind it, but it's just it
was one of those things where we were trying to figure out something to have shots of, and we didn't want to do tequila, so we went with Rumplemans. Oh. I didn't feel like tequila. I was like,
they don't want to do vodka either. Huh?
Yeah, I would do shots of almost anything before I just don't. Shots of vodka are not smooth. And maybe I'm having like the wrong types of vodka. But although I will say, did you see? And I don't necessarily want to use my Brita filter for this because it'll fuck it up. Oh, I feel like all my water's gonna start tasting like vodka. But like apparently you could just pour it in there and it like makes it like I don't know if it like how that works. It like takes away any of like the alcohol content, but like all of a sudden it's just like super smooth.
Yeah, I've seen that people do it.
Maybe I should get a separate one.
Yeah,
just for that. But yeah, so that was really cool. We got to meet some of Carter's friends and stuff. So it sounds like he's having a blast. So that was a lot of fun. And then I mentioned upcoming to Illinois, so I kind of split up my trip. So the week of Thanksgiving, I'll be with family, which I'm excited about. But next week, so literally on Tuesday, I'll be going to Fatty's. So I'm very excited. Haven't been there in a minute. So yeah, going to Fatty's Tuesday for the first time since... It honestly might be since like we went after graduation. Because remember when you and I think it was when you were interviewing for jobs in St. Louis, I think.
No, we went back.
For Fatty's Tuesday?
Oh.
Like on a Tuesday is what I was saying. Because the drinks are about to be stupid cheap. And I'm so excited.
I feel like we have.
I'm trying to think of when. I feel like we might have. I know we went after after a couple weeks at least after graduation, but I couldn't remember exactly when. But it's been a while at least, so I'm excited for that. Andy and Gavin have never been to a Fatty's Tuesday, so that'll be a fun experience for them. And then I'm excited because the Barstool guys are coming to do a game day show. For some reason, they chose the NIU Miami Ohio game on Wednesday, so we're going to that. That'll be a lot of fun. Mauricio and Lex will be coming too, so that'll be great. Kyle's going to be with us as well, so yeah, it'll be a fun.
Emma will be there too.
Fun
few days. She said she was going to be able to go, right?
Oh no, I don't think she's going anymore.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it was funny because I was asking Kyle, I was like, "Oh, is Emma able to go?" And he's like, "No, it sounds like she can't." I was like, "I would say that she's going to miss out on a win, but I really don't have a lot of confidence in that statement." So I'll probably just do the over. But yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then the other thing that I thought of just while we were doing it, I added to here, and I think some people on here will appreciate it. So if you don't notice, or if you haven't noticed, Tyler and I can sometimes make a lot of KMS jokes. So for those of you who watch New Girl, and there's the douchebag jar for Schmidt, anytime he makes like a douchey comment, Cody and Nancy have decided that and this has happened since our last episode, so that's why I just thought of it, but that anytime we make a joke or reference killing ourselves, that we have to give $1 to this jar. Yeah. And it's a metaphorical jar because we just like Venmo, but yeah, so that's been a fun thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's been on the mind a lot now when I make jokes.
Yeah, but it's only if they catch it though, so.
I totally forgot to. I don't mean to get us off track, but I forgot that it's been so long. But I was talking about the Florida trip happened in October.
Oh my gosh, yeah, let's talk about wait. That's and I watched Enzo.
Yeah. Okay,
this episode might go long. So
I totally forgot because I looked at the last one. I was like, upcoming Florida trip, and I'm like, oh my god, we didn't even talk about that.
That's what Samantha said. You should get an actual jar. KMS jar is brilliant. Oh my god. But the thing is, I don't carry cash on me, so like that would not be helpful.
Just put in pieces of paper that says Venmo.
Yeah, I owe you.
Or a Venmo date.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that happened. So I know you guys had a good time, but.
Yeah, it's just so funny. I feel like I talked about it, but I don't know. I guess we never talked about it on the podcast.
It's actually kind of nuts because... So yeah, we actually haven't done an episode in like almost a month and a half.
Yeah, so like Nancy and I went to Madeira Beach, Florida, just outside Tampa in October, and it was beautiful. It was right after the hurricane, so we luckily missed out. Obviously felt bad for all the people. We were calling the guy to make sure it was okay if we came, or like, should we still come? Like, we don't want to like...
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, if there's like, people like need help or anything like that, we don't want to be there and like vacationing while like people are like, oh, I'm picking up my house. So, but no, like apparently Madeira Beach and like that side just got missed. They just had like, a lot of rain and stuff like that. Yeah. So everything was good. And he was like, oh no, please come. Like the weather's going to be beautiful. And it was like sunny every day. It was so hot. It was fucking crazy. But the beach was really nice. The area was nice. We had like a blast just chilling on the beach, drinking. had Bud Light Lime for the first time in a long time. It reminded me of Jason in the early years of our friendship because I remember that's what he had a lot. So it's pretty funny to have that on the beach, playing some music, had a Frisbee, and just like, chilling. It was a really good vacation to just like relax on. Especially it was cool because it was getting colder. So it was nice to be like at the beach. So.
Yeah. I was like, literally, it was one of those things where, I mean, I guess I got to go to Miami in the spring, but it was one of those things where seeing your Snapchat of you chilling on the beach with a beer, I was like, dude, like there's nothing better. Like that is just such a like, especially like you don't have work for a few days, or like if you were in college, like and you're on spring break, like you don't have classes or anything to worry about. Like it's just there's like no better feeling than just like you have a few days and you're just chilling at the beach and whatever. So that was awesome. So yeah, obviously I got to watch Enzo those days.
That's right.
Which was a blast. So that was a lot of fun, and it's one of those things where it like reinforced, and I kind of sort of knew this was probably going to happen, but like reinforced me what?
I forgot another thing to bring up.
Oh, well, we can bring it up after. But it kind of reinforced me really definitely wanting a dog. So that's something where that was great. So getting to he just is he's just the best. So that was a blast, and. The best part is, and I don't know how many people are familiar with my layout in my apartment, but I have a decent amount of like just space right now because I don't have. I probably could get more furniture, but I want to wait until I move to my 2-bedroom. But I have my desk kind of in the corner, so there's plenty of room for Enzo to just kind of chill. But he chooses like right under my desk when I was working. It was just so funny because I would just be like typing, it's like right there. Yeah. So it was the best, and I had so much fun and. Yeah, it was just a blast. I had a good time.
Yeah, he's crazy when like you first meet him, but like I feel like when you watch him, he's like okay. Like,
well, I was gonna say like even when I've come over since like he gets like pumped at first, but then he'll usually chill out pretty.
Yeah, he's still a psycho. But...
I mean, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I enjoy that though. I'm like go crazy, dude.
So what I was gonna say is when we went to you were in Iowa at this point, Iowa State at this point, but we went to the farmers market and they had. Golden Retriever.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They had Golden Retriever puppies at the farmers market. Like people, like this woman was like, very smart marketing, looking to sell, find homes for these puppies. And it was crazy because we had Enzo, and we obviously walked up, and Enzo was like inquisitive of all the puppies, and you could just pick up the puppy and like hold it and stuff like that. God. So we got some pictures with them. But Nancy and I had a very serious discussion about getting another dog, and we were like. Almost on the verge of like getting another dog, which would have been crazy. Yeah, and it was like, oh man.
Well, it was funny.
It was like in the moment, I was like, oh my god, like they're so cute. Like we could definitely do it. Like Enzo would love it because after the week with Charlie, like he'd love to have another person, but it just like came down to like really thinking about it, like double the food, double the vet bill. Well, yeah. It's just like it was just going to be another huge expense. Yeah. But then, Jason's looking for a dog.
Yeah, I know that was so funny. It was then all of a sudden I'm getting like multiple pictures sent to me from Nancy, and she was like, do you, like just basically tell you like, just so you know, they got puppies here, and she was like, just if you want, we can totally pick one up for you. And then I was like, oh my god, that would just be fucking nuts to get home. It's like, no, I have a puppy, but I'm trying to be strong where I'm saying at the earliest over the summer, but we will see. That would make it Yeah, it was probably good that I wasn't there, but
Nancy said you need one.
I do. They're just they're a blast. I feel like we keep seeing like yesterday we saw one when we were at that.
Yeah, we saw a puppy at dinner
for dinner.
It was like an 8-week like yellow lab puppy.
Which I was like, that's kind of crazy that you're bringing them to like this like restaurant.
Yeah, I know. Like, they have a dog friendly patio, but it
was just like it just felt like such a like.
I feel like you shouldn't take your puppy out because he doesn't have his vaccines yet.
Yeah. Also, like I'm just thinking like he's literally such a like so small. He's such a puppy that it's like I don't know. I feel like that's just such a big environment for him to be in.
Yeah. Well, that like to me like the vaccine is a big thing. Like he can probably get sick off anything because like a bunch of dogs go there. So like,
exactly. So
he really needs the shots before he goes out into the world. Yeah. Unless you don't believe in it.
I mean, oh my god, I'm anti-vax for their dog.
Some people are.
Yeah, so it's actually funny because I mean we've thought of like so many different things that have happened that we didn't even have on our list. So it's been an eventful month and a half, and I mean excited for the holidays coming up and stuff. So that'll be fun. But with that, I know we've got plenty of questions, so we can go through those. And then go from there. So let's see. So Samantha texted me a bunch. I also know we have the Instagram. I think Gavin sent in a bunch. If you go, hang on. Yeah. Go. Do you know how to? Wait, you have to go up here. I think. Hang on. What the hell? I'm so stupid. Okay, archive. This is great podcasting audio. Oh, here we go. Okay, so yeah, I know I need a dog. All right. Okay, so I think we could get started with the Instagram ones, and then Gavin also texted me a couple things as well. So.
Okay, let's start with this one because I don't really know what this one means. But is it TT time?
Okay, this doesn't count as a jar. This doesn't count as a jar because there's a question asked to us, but we may or may not. Gavin did say that he's like, we can get rid of these first two questions. I completely forgot to put that. So TNT time is toaster and tub time.
Oh.
And we kind of joke, it's like, if you're having a tough day at work, like TNT time. So that's actually what that is about. Not a jar. I was explaining the question.
That's hilarious. TT time.
I hate it. It's so funny because it just becomes so, and the fact that it has its own abbreviation. So that's what that is. It's not a jar though. Not a jar.
You want me to do more?
You can do it. You can do another one.
Gavin also said, do we want to go to Tao or Tunnel on Saturday? Also, why ain't Tyler coming next week?
You gotta watch the dog. And they're also leaving like shortly after to go to St. Louis, so that would be why.
We're leaving that weekend to go to St. Louis for Thanksgiving, but you're leaving Monday.
I'm leaving Monday, but I'll be in Chicago. I'll be in Chicago the weekend. Y'all will be in St. Louis.
Well, the weekend we're driving to St. Louis.
You're driving to St. Louis, rather, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, when are you coming? You're coming like the Friday after Thanksgiving?
Like literally like the day after Thanksgiving, I'm flying back.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be gone.
Oh, okay. So not that
Monday.
weekend.
Yeah. So it's basically the weekend in between. So it's like the weekend prior to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So this time around, we decided not to go to both Illinois and St. Louis because originally we were gonna fly, but after flying for like pretty much like 4 weeks straight, I feel like we were always flying back and forth for the Florida trip. I had to fly in St. Louis for work. We flew to Chicago for Emma wedding, and then we were also there was something else before that, but I can't remember.
Just a lot of travel.
So it was just like a bunch in one, especially flying. And when we leave Enzo at the boarding, he got that kennel cough. I think I mentioned it last time on here. And so we didn't want to like board him again. Plus it's like kind of expensive. So we're like, we may as well just drive. And honestly, we saved $1,000 by driving.
Yeah, so that's like worth it.
So, but we're not going to make the trip up to Illinois and St. Louis. We might do that for Christmas. We've been talking about, but like for Thanksgiving, it's not really on the cards for that. So
for sure. Samantha's first question: if you had to give up one social media app, what would it be? I think mine is going to be a very hot take.
Facebook.
Oh, I didn't even think about Facebook. Facebook would be mine. But I feel like that's an easy one. All right, what if you had to give up one of... Because I was like, LinkedIn. What if you... All right, so...
I actually really like LinkedIn.
No, I know. And also it's probably really good from a professional standpoint. But if you took away Facebook and LinkedIn and you had to give up one of Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat, which would it be?
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat?
Because I feel like those are probably my 4 most used.
Yeah, Twitter.
Mine's a very hot take, but I would get rid of Instagram.
I'd probably get rid of Snapchat.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I use Snapchat a lot.
I literally just use it for the daily thing, and that's it.
I don't know. I feel like I use it more like, I don't know.
Because I would just use Instagram stories.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I'd use it for. Or like Twitter stories or TikTok stories.
Twitter would be the last one I'd give up. Obviously, TikTok would be a hard one to give up just because it's...
I think like TikTok would be... I'll say this, I don't care. I think like TikTok is probably the one
number
I use
one.
The most. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so much funny stuff on there. There's just so much content. Yeah, I don't know. That was a good question. Let's see.
Okay, I can go ahead and read this one. Gavin said, "What is your favorite song from the past 10 years or so?"
Best song from the past 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so hard to
like what's been a solid song that stuck with you this whole time?
Oh. The top song. Like what's I guess that's a good question. Like what's like a song that like if you heard you're like, "Oh, this is a jam."
Plus it's crazy because I feel like all songs are at least 3 years old and then I'm like, "Oh my god, this song's 10 years old." That's disgusting.
Let's see. What are like songs
like
that have stood the test of time?
I feel like for me it might be like Marvin's Room by Drake.
Drake, yeah. Anything by Drake would be pretty solid.
Let's see.
I did finally download Apple Music again, guys. I can't remember if I said that on here or not. Let's see. I'm literally Googling, like...
I don't even know.
It's so hard to, like, think of a specific, like, song.
Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish.
Like Ocean, yeah, that is a good one.
Probably Hoodie Allen. No Interruption. Those are pretty good. Any like emo song from back in the day. Pop emo.
Yeah, I feel like basically anything you'd find on like those like throwback lists where you're like, this is still, I don't know, a jam. I'm trying to think of a specific song though. Top 40 most played. Dang, wait, 2010s. Wait, how old is like, I wouldn't say it's
Good
like,
Charlotte. Fall Out Boy, Thanks for the Memories.
I guess 2010s is like high school.
Yeah. Some
or middle, and like for me, like part of middle school as well. Like early 2010s.
The Great Escape, Boys Like Girls. Ocean Avenue, Yellow Card.
It's actually kind of crazy because 10 years ago would be 2012.
Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. Yeah. Things like that.
Speaking of songs, we might as well answer Nancy's question in the chat really quick. Favorite favorite Taylor Swift song on Midnights?
Karma.
Mine is Antihero.
Nice. I think that's Nancy's.
Yeah, it's a bop. So yeah, for those of you who aren't aware, Taylor Swift dropped an album.
I feel like it's been on TikTok so much.
That it's like I kind of throw. I will say
because I really did like it in the beginning.
So yeah, so that's where like I feel like if I keep hearing on TikTok, it'll probably kind of continue to move down the list. But I also really like Snow on the Beach.
Oh, I haven't really listened.
And I also like
Paris.
Paris is good, but it's moving down. What was the other one I like? I do like Bejeweled.
Yeah, actually,
it's so catchy.
I didn't think I liked it in the beginning, but then after like the
music
video, and then after like Nancy singing it quite a bit, I feel like I'm starting to like it.
Yeah, you like Bejeweled, Nancy's version.
That's right. That's the version I like.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Samantha's question: what sports team lets you down the most? Lets me down the most?
Probably the Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, they at least won it a little bit ago. Bulls have been a big letdown for a while, but they've started to pick it up. Bears have been bad. There's not really a team that I'm like, oh, this team's been just killing it for me.
Yeah, that's true. There's that like, oh, man.
Yeah.
NIU.
Oh, their football team's actually kind of a letdown, no lie.
I would say that not so much the Bulls in the past few years because they've been
been getting
and
better.
they've made like moves, you know.
Yeah, they've at least like made moves to
like I feel like the Cubs in the last few years have like just be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. The last few years definitely the Cubs. Although I'm cautiously optimistic that's about to happen, that they're gonna just
Tottenham Hotspurs for me. I feel like they're just like I don't know what they're doing. Even though the Champions League final like a few years ago, I don't know what they're doing.
Nothing. Oh yeah, because weren't they in the
Men's USA team?
Weren't they in the Champions League final when we went to Daytona? Or no, that was Bayern in it. Because remember we were at that one place where we were watching it?
Bayern, we were literally at my place, remember, in St. Louis, watching it.
Oh, that's right.
I like freaked out when they scored.
That's right. Alright,
if you had a yacht, what would you name it?
That's hilarious. I don't know, because there's so many clever names.
Dead presidents. Like money.
That's hilarious.
I saw it on the back of a boat one time, and I'm like, that's genius.
There's got to be some good yacht names out there. Let's see, best yacht names.
Not Yo Yacht.
Not Yo Yacht.
Like knots of wind.
Let's see. This one's hilarious. Feeling naughty, but naughty spelled Nauti. That's fucking hilarious. Aquaholic. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Biatch, but have yacht in the middle. Peer pressure, but it's spelled like a peer. These are hilarious.
Those are pretty good.
And we just gotta get a yacht now.
Yeah. On the way.
If you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be? I have no idea.
Probably having a big heart.
You were so quick with that. That's so fucking funny.
Probably having a huge, ginormous, massive care for other people.
Oh man, I hope everyone watching this is appreciating this as much as I am. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know, like, if you could be remembered for one thing.
Probably just being funny. That'd be cool. Like, oh, I remember Tyler's pretty funny, but
Yeah.
But
Cool guy. Just fun guy to be around.
he reminds me of a mushroom.
That's hilarious.
Because he's a fun guy.
That's hilarious. Exactly. Oh wait, I think yours is next.
What's the worst gift you've ever received?
What did
Gavin.
Samantha give me last year? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
The worst gift. I
worst
think it was when
gift.
I was in middle school. I got like my uncle gave me a shaving kit, and I was like, "Thanks." So you'll need it someday. I was like,
That's
"Okay."
hilarious. Worst gift I've ever received. Huh. Fortunately, I can't. Like, I don't think I've ever been stood out something like. Because I feel like even if there's those gifts, are like, I guess sort of it has its use, so it's like not like the worst. I feel like the worst gift you could receive though is like, oh, thanks for the deodorant, like sending a hint.
That was like the shaving cream. It was
Yeah,
like deodorant,
exactly.
shampoo, shaving cream, razors.
It's like, do you think I'm not like clean?
Yeah. He's like, you can save it for college, and I was like, okay.
That's hilarious. Oh, this is kind of related to that. What's number one on your Christmas list?
I actually just sent it to Nancy. More of the hot sauces.
Oh, nice. I don't even know. Like, I have not even thought about this. What is number one on my Christmas list? It's bad because I feel like I'll randomly think of stuff and then I just won't like write it down and then I'll just completely forget. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, that would have been cool.
I think it's easy because like I like love hot sauce, so I was
Yeah.
like, as soon as
Or,
like
like,
we
just
had,
full send them.
as soon as I got those other three from Nancy, I was like, oh, this is like the perfect because like they always change the hot sauces every season,
Yeah.
and it's like boom. There's
really-
a gift every year for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it honestly, and this is probably like really boring, but it'd just be like stuff for like my new apartment when I move there because I know I'm gonna want to get a lot of
Socks.
you need them, but I know that I'm gonna want to get a lot more furniture. So it's not that I want furniture, but it's more so like things around to put around the apartment, or like I really want to like
Art.
get a nicer. And it's funny because I noticed it somewhere in your notes. I don't want to get too much into it, but like I want a nicer like office setup, and so that's something else where it's probably super late, but like for me that's probably like top of mind.
Yeah.
You're next.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would figure out how I can get in because I don't think I would be able to buy my own sports team, because you probably wouldn't have enough. But I mean, I guess maybe you could do like a lower level. But I would probably want to figure out how I can get in a group that like is trying to buy a team, and then I could be like a decently set up owner in that group.
Yeah. The Powerball, it was like crazy high. I think the
Wasn't it like
billions or something
it was like a billion,
$1 billion
something,
or
right?
two or 1.2 or
That'd be
something like
fucking
that.
nuts. Would you do the thing where you get the lump sum or get it over
Lump sum.
Lump sum, yeah. Just give me the money. Dude.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hear.
Not trying to
But
live
no,
in
it's like I would
poverty.
do the lump sum, but I would like probably give like a lot of my family like a decent size,
Everyone
and then
gets,
I would
everyone
probably
gets $20.
I'd probably get like a cooler, like apartment, not like crazy, but just like
A nice.
like a nicer place, like
Yeah.
somewhere cool, but not like living in a penthouse in downtown or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't really need that. And then like I would consider getting like a decent car. I'm not gonna get like a Lambo, but I'd probably just get like a Toyota,
Yeah.
like truck or like a
Yeah,
new
like just
one,
something nice. Yeah, like just like
And
small
then
things. It would just be
After
crazy.
that, I'd probably invest the rest and then just keep living life like I have been doing
Yeah.
now.
Well, it'd be just kind of the thing that'd be so nuts. is-
Until I'm ready to buy a house, then it's all gonna
Yeah.
come back.
Well, but the thing that'd be like crazy about that is like you literally would never have to worry about money for literally the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then
And like
if you don't like working,
don't
see
have
you
to.
later.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, you know what? They're like, are you giving me attitude? I could literally quit this job right now.
Because like I feel like I'd like do more like education stuff and like teach myself things. That way I can like experience more and really find a passion for what I want to do. And then like maybe open a business or do whatever. Because I feel like once you have that money, you could really like put it towards something.
Oh yeah. Question from Samantha: is it too early to celebrate Christmas?
No, I don't. I think I have to.
I feel like you have to answer no. I might say yes. At least wait till Thanksgiving's over. But I think Tyler,
I mean, like generally, normally what I used to do before, like in my bachelor days, I literally waited probably till like 2 weeks before Christmas to even like put anything up.
Well, it's funny because I really don't think. And I feel like me saying this is probably going to change because Nancy's going to probably like, you should really buy stuff. But I really don't think I've like hung up stuff for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, that's probably, I mean, like, I didn't like hang things up. I just had a tree.
Like,
a Charlie Brown tree.
Oh, yeah. Like, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever, like, I was thinking about it when I was in Chicago, but it just, like, what with, like, time was, I was like, I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things where, like, especially, like, this year, I'm going to be going to Illinois for Christmas, so I don't know. We'll see. Wait, way too short. What is she saying?
Probably for like the 2 weeks before Christmas.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably what she's responding to. Best date activity for the holidays? Question for Samantha.
Ice skating.
I would say I feel like anything where like you were saying like the lights, like botanical
garden lights.
I feel like any sort of thing where you're just like outside, like checking out different things. I think it would be a good one. There's just like I don't know. Like Chris Kendall Market. I feel like that's like some of the topical stuff. Because it reminds me sort of like in Chicago when you have like Millennium Park and stuff.
Christmas pop-up bars.
Stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be a good one.
If you like know them pretty well, then like a gift exchange is always fun to do with like the friend group and invite the date. Mm-hmm. Or trivia is always a good test of time.
True. Very true.
So... Gavin said, if you could play one sport in college, what sport and position would it be? I feel like it's not best suited for me, but probably basketball.
Yeah, basketball would be a good one. I feel like
because like if you're in March Madness, dude, that'd be
oh my god,
crazy.
That'd be absolutely insane.
It'd be bonkers.
Yeah.
But if we're going like realistic, I probably would have chose track.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like basketball would be probably, like, I would agree, but it'd probably be one of those where I don't know how realistic that would be, so it'd probably, more realistic, I'd say I'd probably do, like, volleyball.
Yeah.
But even
volleyball would be fun.
Yeah, I love volleyball. I really want to.
Maybe men's hockey.
Men's hockey.
No.
Are you good at ice skating?
No.
No? Yeah, neither am I.
I don't think so.
Have you gone ice skating?
Yeah, the last time I went in Millennium Park, I think I, could barely move, so yeah. I don't think I am. I mean, I'm down to try again, but
I think
I don't think I was very. I think I really hurt myself. Not really hurt myself, but I think I fell on my butt and it hurt so bad for a few days after. I was like, oh my god, dude.
The first and I think it might be the only time I went ice skating was at Millennium Park, and I was like, why is this the first time I'm going?
Oh yeah.
And it was when I was in high school, and I was out it was like a double date with my girlfriend at the time. And the funny thing was Patrick, who's in our fantasy football league, he was the one who went with, who was who I was there with, and him and I, the other two, they're all going doing crazy trick moves or whatever, and then Patrick and I are fucking on the island just trying to make around. Yeah, it was so funny. So that's a good one. Best and worst category for trivia. And she also said, as a second part, who should be your phone a friend for trivia?
Nancy's mom would be the
yeah, she fucking killed it for us this past week, which technically we're not supposed to be able to do, but...
Nancy said we'll get you a tree.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be the response. I'll get a tree.
Yeah, Nancy's mom would be the phone a friend, and then the worst one is probably random knowledge. For me, but not for Nancy's mom.
Yeah. I feel like... worst category.
Or any, and I hate to say this because, obviously this is a very American thing to say, but any historical figure that's not from our country.
I was literally going to say, either, world history. I was going to maybe say...
Because, countries are fine.
Well, world geography, I feel like...
world geography, I feel like... Uzbekistan or whatever. It's oh, dude.
For me, it'd be, literally, world history and world geography. I know you're good at geography, but, I would be ass. I could do, I don't know. If it's just some random city or some random country, I would be like, all right, fuck knows if I know where that is.
Yeah.
So.
Gavin asked, if you could make your own town/city, where would you put it and name it?
If you could make your own town / city, where would you put it? Probably if there's room somewhere on the coast, I'd be like, that'd be pretty sick.
See, I think where I was always expecting a big city but not would be like right on this like the northern border of California and Oregon. Oh, there's not like a city there. But like you're right in the mountains, right by the beach.
I was gonna say like
wine country.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, that'd be like the perfect spot for a city.
Yeah.
I'd call it, I don't know,
Tyler Town.
Central City. Metropolis.
Gotham City.
No, I'd probably call it, I don't know, like Ocean Town or something like that.
Yeah. That'd blend in pretty well because like a lot of those cities over there are like named stuff like that. Half Moon Bay.
But I feel like it's always funny because I've always study maps and stuff like that because I just like love looking at maps.
Mm-hmm.
I always like look for like big cities that like are near places, and like between San Francisco and Portland, like there's like Eureka, I think, or like maybe Fresno. I think that's more in the middle, but there's not really anything like big out there. So it's like, to me,
so that'd be a pretty.
But it might be because the area, I've never been out there, so it might be like that area is not very fun. But
I don't know. I mean, like when you go there, it's like a lot of like redwood trees and stuff. So it'd be beautiful. You just have to find an area where you might have to.
Plus, I was thinking
chop down some trees.
Right in between. Like I know Boise's decently big, but I probably feel like another big one, like right in the like Nevada, Idaho.
Yeah,
area.
that'd be pretty cool.
Like right in the mountains.
I definitely feel like the western area is where to go because I feel like it's more spread out, so you can have like more opportunities for really cool areas. Versus like if you're on the East Coast, I feel like you're just gonna like be wedged in between like big cities. How many tattoos do you want?
I don't know.
I don't know a number, but I know
I want like 2 more.
I don't know if I have a number, but I definitely want tattoos. So I got to get on that. But I don't know if there's like a specific number I have in mind. I guess it probably would depend a lot on, like, I'm sure I'll like the first tattoo I get. So it's like, I'm sure if I have like other ideas. I think it's more about like how many ideas I'm able to come up with that I like enough to where I'm like,
literally,
I want that. Because I don't know if I want to be like, I want 10 tattoos, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm out of ideas. So smiley face, star, like I just have random shit on me. So.
Heart with mom in it.
Do you have
Gavin, the last one here is, if you were to create a sex position, what would you call it?
What the fuck, Gavin?
Thank TikTok for this one.
Oh, wait, hang on. Actually, hang on. He sent me. And Samantha, I just saw your question, so I will... Hang on, Gavin texted me. All right, well, first off, he sent me... Actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to drop this on here so everyone can see what Gavin sent me. And Gavin...
it's a pretty good question.
I think he said this was the inspiration for his new question, so if that was his last one, that's what this is. So y'all can all have the same inspiration, guys. Let's see here. Let me drop it on here. Okay, so this is what inspired Gavin to ask that. Is it gonna play?
If you were to create a sex position, what would it be called?
I'd call it the oopsie.
Oh, Jesus.
That doesn't sound good.
Because afterwards, I'd be like, oopsie.
I want to change mine kind of based on his. Is that okay? I'm contestant number 4.
Sure, let's hear
The
it.
oopsie poopsie.
What's your explanation?
You know what my fucking
My
Yikes.
least favorite was contestant number 4.
Oh, you must have misheard.
Give me your corniest one-liner that you would send on a dating app.
I think that was where his inspiration came from. Was that the Cut or whatever, that show?
I don't know.
It looks sort of like it.
Maybe. But yeah, that sex position.
That's disgusting. The one they came up with.
The oopsie.
The oopsie poopsie. He said.
Oh god.
They're like, oh, why did you call that? He's like, I think you know why. I'm like, that's disgusting. Oh, God.
I don't know. That's a hard one. That's like
a really good one.
That's like one you have to think about.
Yeah.
The only thing that's coming up.
I don't even know what you're about to say.
I don't even know what I'm about to say. I don't want to say anything graphic.
Oh man, we might have to get to that one later and have to think about it.
Yeah, do another question. Me too.
Yeah. Well, okay, the other thing Gavin also sent over text was he said, need Tyler to do this on the podcast. The only thing is he did text me, I think this involves Enzo, so you can't do it right now. But we'll see what he sent. What does it say? Oh, yeah.
Touch your nose against your dog's nose and see who caves first.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Enzo would pull away.
You think no contest Enzo's like...
He'd pull away like instantly.
He'd like, what's going on?
Touch your nose against your dog's nose and
Yeah.
That'd be funny to do.
Just be
I
like-
feel like I do that all the time to him.
Yeah.
He always pulls away.
Just mess with him. And then another thing was Samantha said, who was your phone a friend? Oh, because I guess we said, well, we were on a team, so like it was Nancy's mom. If I needed a phone a friend, she probably wants me to say her. That's why, right? Not gonna be my answer. No, I'm just kidding. If it was something like, I would definitely call Samantha if it was something like health or like that related.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like.
That's all you're good for.
No, I'm joking. I don't know who I would call. I don't know. I feel like if it was like random knowledge, my dad would probably be pretty good at that. But I don't know. That'd be like really random. Just call him about like, hey, can you help me with this trivia question? I don't know. That's hilarious. Are you thinking about Gavin's questions still?
I think a funny name for one would be like the English breakfast. Because they have a lot of sausage for breakfast. So that'd just be a funny name.
Oh man, yeah, something around like yeah. You can go all
The
different
coffee
sorts of-
grinder.
Yeah. Just anything with like any of those breakfast. Yeah.
I don't know why. That's why. Yeah, focus on that.
Oh fuck, that's hilarious. You know, you can go either with the English breakfast, the continental,
Yeah.
the American. I don't know what the difference is.
Two for two.
Literally, actually, what you could do is literally
Just go to
go
a
off
menu.
of go to like Denny's and go off of a food menu. They have like the lumberjack. There you go. Oh my god,
The
that's-
Denver omelet.
So now, oh god. So this is where like now next time, hopefully no one's going to like a late brunch today because now you're gonna go there and like everything you're gonna look at is gonna be like that. Literally could be one. That's actually really fucking funny. Hopefully that's the answer you're looking for,
The
Gavin.
meat lover skillet.
Oh my god, that's so weird. Oh fuck. She said, "What about Dad or Mitchell? He's offended." I would ask Mitch. I would ask Mitch for like. I feel like Mitch would be good with sports. That would be my person for that, or like soccer and stuff. Although
Yeah.
Gavin now would be offended if I don't. See, there's too many people. But if it was something with if it was anything with sports betting, Mitch is my go-to. I'll say that for damn sure. Or like some really obscure fact about a random game, Mitch would be my go-to for sure. Let's see. Does she have any other questions? What else? Oh, so she has two more questions. What was the last all-nighter you pulled? Fortunately, I feel like I haven't really had to do that.
Yeah. I've been out at like midnight every night.
Yeah. Although, like we were saying
All
today,
night.
like I feel like it sucked because I just woke up. I was like wide awake at like 7 today. That fucking blew.
The only one that I can like it's sort of an all nighter is when not Stranger Things 4 but Stranger Things 3 came out.
Oh, you were just
I think
watching.
I binge watched it till like 4 or 5 in the morning. I think that's like what. I think that's the last time, but
Yeah, I feel like the only times like recently, and I don't know if it wasn't necessarily like a full all nighter, because like I have that bad luck, and I did this sometimes in college too, like later on in college, where like right now it would be any time if like there's a lot for work, and then I'll just be like working super late. But then once it reaches like a certain time, I'm like, I mean at this point I could just do this in the morning. So then I always have that logic in my head, like, is it really gonna matter if I do this now? Or like 4 hours from now.
or maybe when Enzo was a puppy, because I had to wake up every 2 hours. So if you count that.
Wait, what did you say?
When Enzo was a puppy, and I have to wake up every 2
Oh,
hours.
true. Yeah, that would be tough. Smith said, "Who knows more soccer trivia, Mitch or Gavin?" I don't know if you both are in the chat. That's a good question. I don't know who knows more. I don't know. Mitch seems really on top of his fantasy team. Gavin is too, though. They're both doing well. I don't know. Good question. Her last question is the last bad TV show you watched.
I don't know.
Or like you just like watch an episode of it and you're like, fuck this. I can't think of one because I feel like most of the time I'm watching something because I like want to enjoy it.
I know. I can't think of bad TV show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I have like a bad one.
Fortunately, I really can't like think of one.
Yeah, because I haven't like.
But like I'm trying to think of something that like, what's something I would have watched and I was like, this is terrible. The 2022 election. Be like, why am I watching this? No.
I didn't really give it a chance, but I was watching Uncoupled on Netflix. I saw them watch like
who's that?
10 minutes.
Who's that one with?
Yeah, Patrick Harris.
Oh, that's right. It was all right.
I really got through the first 5 minutes on the airplane, and then I like started
No,
doing
watch
something else.
Something else. Yeah.
But I don't think it's because it was bad. I think it just like was like whatever. That's like the only one that I like haven't gone through.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of. Fortunately, I can't think of any, so that's probably a good thing. But I think that is all the questions. So shout out to everyone who sent them in, especially Samantha and Gavin, because y'all are putting in mad work. And obviously, as we go through, feel free to drop questions in the chat, and we can answer them as we go. But with that, I think we can get into our other segments here. So we can start with Deep Dive. Which, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. So Nancy and I have recently gotten back into watching How I Met Your Mother again. Maybe that's why we haven't seen any bad shows, because we keep going back to good ones. But
classics.
Pretty much, these may be some facts you already know or may not know about How I Met Your Mother.
How many of the facts would you say like you didn't know?
I only read like 3, so I would say maybe some. But Jim Parsons, the guy from Big Bang Theory, was supposed to play Ted or Barney. Sorry.
Really?
Barney.
That's nuts.
It'd be weird to see him.
That'd
as
be
like a Barney
really
character.
weird.
Yeah.
So they were just full set on having a gay actor as that role.
I don't know. Yeah. And then Britney Spears saved the show from low ratings because we just watched those episodes.
So that's hilarious.
And apparently, like, it wasn't doing that well. It's like 3rd season.
But
like Britney Spears being on it made like everyone like watch it because she was big at the time.
That's just so funny. 'Cause, yeah, I guess that's hilarious to be like that minor of a character's like save the show.
Yeah. The show's creators are in a real band, and they wrote and performed the series theme song.
That's cool.
So that's pretty cool. They're also, I knew this fact, they're also in that episode in season 1 where Barney gets the number of the girl from like the ambulance.
Oh, really?
Because they're the 2 writers are like ambulance guys that come in.
Oh, really?
They're like checking on her, and he's like, "You've had a horrible fall." He's like, "I could have swore you fell straight out of heaven." And then like they're like the paid actors that Barney hired to be like paramedics or whatever.
So funny.
So that's funny. A real proposal happened during the filming of the show.
That's kind of crazy.
But yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Solid. So my random facts are around Thanksgiving, so that's coming up. This first fact, I honestly only read the first fact, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go off this article because it's fucking hilarious. But did you know the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day of the year for plumbers? Isn't that hilarious? Oh, that's so fucking funny. This is like disgusting, but Americans eat 704 million pounds of turkey every Thanksgiving. Isn't that insane?
That is crazy.
Do you like turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is leftover turkey and a sandwich.
Oh,
Mayo, black pepper, turkey. That's like the best thing to me.
Nice. Apparently, the Butterball hotline answers 100,000 turkey-related questions every year.
That's pretty crazy.
Let me see. I feel like that's an opinion question or a fact. What? Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song.
Actually, I have another crazy thing here that I just
Let's hear
saw. So the writer confirmed that Ted probably made Barney sound worse on purpose to make himself look better in the end. So he's like telling this story to his kids the entire time.
Oh,
because he wanted to
it's
get
his
back
point
with,
of view.
Yeah, and he wanted to get back with Robin, but he didn't want his kids
That's
to think because
fucked
of
up.
Barney. So
the ending of it's so stupid.
So the writer was like, "Yeah, I think it's very accurate that like Ted was probably like calling him a womanizer and like this blunt guy because like he wanted his like
that's fucked
kids
up.
to like be like, oh, it's okay, you can be with Robin."
That's so fucked up. Let's go Newcastle 1 plus 130. Sorry. That's actually kind of nuts. I never really thought about that because the whole show is from his point of view. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Guess what the most traveled to destination is for Thanksgiving.
Gavin said.
What? Oil money. Shut up, Gavin.
The most traveled to destination.
Destination for Thanksgiving.
Wisconsin.
No.
Like a state or a city?
It's a city.
Oh, it's a city.
It's a city in like it's a like obviously obviously a state.
Let's see here.
But if you get a state, you can also guess the state if you want because it
the
probably
city most traveled to for Thanksgiving.
It's a pretty big city though.
Boston.
No.
Philadelphia.
No. Further south.
Miami.
North.
Raleigh.
South.
Atlanta.
Oh fuck. Southeast.
Southeast of Atlanta. Savannah? Or no, that's northeast.
Wait, where's Georgia compared to? It's in Florida.
Daytona?
No, it's Orlando.
Nah.
So, which is actually really funny because I just found out my manager's going to Orlando for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, that's hilarious. They're going to like Universal and stuff.
That is weird. Why would
It
people
says,
go to
according to
Orlando?
estimates, over 55 million Americans traveled for Thanksgiving 2019. Or traveled 50 miles or more for Thanksgiving. The most popular destinations, according to Booking Info, were Orlando, Florida, followed closely by Anaheim and New York City.
Anaheim?
Well, that's where Disneyland is. So apparently Disney is just a common
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's interesting. So yeah, that's our fun facts split between Thanksgiving and How I Met Your Mother. Hopefully y'all are fans of that show, and if you haven't seen How I Met Your Mother, you're missing out and you should get on that ASAP. But with that, we can get into our 4 p.m. meeting of the week. So 4 p.m. meeting of the week, I don't know. Do you want me to go or do you want to go?
You can go.
All right, I'll go. So Tyler said, he's very fortunate. Well, I kind of guess the reason it happened is not, but like that was maybe not a good preface. He's mentioned how he has a lot of these early meetings, and I also work with offshore people in India as well. So we have early meetings where, like, for Central Time, it was probably like 8:30. So for here, it'd be like 7:30, and obviously daylight savings happened. They don't do daylight savings in India. And apparently the team was complaining that daylight savings made they literally said a significant impact on how late they have to stay up. And in my head, and if I'm wrong on this, please someone comment in the chat, because if I'm just stupid, but I'm like, it's only an hour. Like, right? Like,
Yeah,
like it's only an hour change. Like, it's not like significant, like calm down. So now at least once a week, and like this week I actually had it like 3 times, but like, at least once a week for the foreseeable future until daylight savings ends, I'm going to have a 6:30 meeting at least once a week, and if not more frequent than that. So I literally want to blow my brains out.
That's nice.
Because I literally basically wake up 6:30 and it's like time to hear what's going on wrong with our project. So that's just a fun start to the day. I got to be more positive though, but I'm just drives me nuts. 6:30 is so fucking early.
Those meetings are crazy.
So yeah, so that'll be a hoot. But yeah, that is my 6:30 p.m. meeting, or 6:30 a.m. meeting of the week.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. would also be brutal.
Yeah.
But what? Also, wait, hang on. The other thing I'll say is the part I don't get about complaining about that is like wouldn't you expect to work some like more odd hours if you were like a contractor explicitly for another country? Like if I was a contractor,
Like if you're like working for an American company and like you know that going in, then like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
don't take the contract.
Well, exactly. That's where I'm like, oh, if I'm a contractor for an Australian company, I'm just gonna assume that my hours are gonna be like my day will start later, but also end way later. Like it's one of those things where I don't know. You just like going in know like you're expected to at least I don't know. But Jar. What did we say? Did I say? Oh fuck! What did I say?
You said I like want to kill myself.
Oh, does podcast count? I'm about to delete this and be like, no proof. Shit, I didn't even notice I did that. Damn it. Well, that's $1. At least Newcastle hit, so coming from those winnings. God damn it, dude.
Positive.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, that sucks. But yeah, so that was my 4 p.m. meeting of the week. And
Mine
then-
isn't really that bad. There probably is something in there that I'm missing, but haven't really. Can't really think of anything. I'm like really bad at holding on to the stuff that makes me mad. I feel like I just like forget about it in like a few hours. But recently I have been looking at like office setups because like I feel like where I work is at the dining room table, and like granted it's like okay, but like
It'd be, yeah.
I feel like I want my own space or like want my own like desk, chair, just to like have things like more have like a cleaner look, because like sometimes it does get a little frazzled, and then like we can't use that area because it's like all my stuff is there.
Yeah.
So it's like I always started looking at like different office like desks, chairs, organizations, and like stuff like that. And then obviously there's like cool stuff you could do with like lights and whatever. But like I wouldn't like go crazy. Like I'm not gonna put like RGB lights, but just like what are those called? Like warmth lights or like the productive lights.
It'd be really funny if you could get like like you had the lights like you know how like for like streamers and stuff they have like the really bright LED
ring lights
and like anytime they get like something that comes up like
there was that on like the office thing.
Imagine if you had that for like Teams notifications like
yeah. Well, it's funny at my old work, my manager got one of those lights and he had it for like just meetings. I was like, what the fuck? like high definition.
That's
like,
hilarious.
Okay. But anyway, the whole 4 p.m. meeting was like all that stuff. And granted, like obviously it's worth it and stuff like that. But it's just literally crazy how expensive that stuff is.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I already have like the monitors, I already have the keyboard, I already have
Desks
mouse.
are fucking expensive.
So it's like I just want a desk, a chair, and then like some
organization stuff,
cable
like,
ties, a surge protector,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. And then like all that together is like over $1,000 or over $1,500.
stupid.
And I'm like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
Well, yeah, that's
Granted, you can shop and you can find better ways, but you want like, I want like a nice desk, you know? I want like a nice chair.
Well, and that's
because like my back has been hurting recently, so I've been like trying to like.
You should try that chair's only like, I think it's like $150 or $200 off Amazon, and it's technically like a gaming chair, but it's all black, so it's like super nice. It's got really good like back support and stuff. So it's, I mean, you could get it all black, but they also have like the crazy colors too. Like if you want bright green, like go for it. But,
No, definitely. But like, and then I did start looking at keyboards, like mechanical ones, because like they look pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I could talk to Patrick about that. He could probably build one. Yeah. But just like even the keyboard, like the one I was looking at was like $300. I was like,
that's fucking crazy,
dude. It's a keyboard. I mean, I get it. It's like really nice, but like,
well, no, that's like the thing where like,
damn, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like it's gonna be nice because I know when I go to a 2-bedroom, like I'll have so much space, and I really want to build out that other room, but I know it's not gonna be something where I'll probably be like all at once. It'll be kind of like over time because it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But I do want to get like you're saying, like I don't know, especially with like working from home, like you literally have full autonomy over what your office setup is like, so you can like really build it out to exactly how you want it.
Exactly. Like I want to make something that's like pretty cool and like trendy and like chic. And,
well,
like,
that's where like Cody's office setup's like really nice.
Oh yeah.
And she actually, when I like had mentioned like, oh, that's what I really want to do with my other room, she's like, oh, let me know, I love helping out with that stuff. I was like, please do.
So yeah, and like I think I'm like on the verge of doing that, but it's just like just getting the money to like just do it all at once.
You almost have to just like yeah, because you
don't do it all at once. It's almost like you're probably just gonna stick with what you have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's 100%. Like I almost just gotta like bite the bullet and say, fuck it, I'm gonna like spend this. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's my 4 p.m. meeting.
Awesome. Well, those are 4 p.m. meetings of the week. We'll get into our comedic report. Obviously, if y'all have any last minute questions, we can get to them. But if not, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of text. Here we go. Let's see. We will go. Here I can go with. I think these are mine first. So this works. Okay, I don't even remember what the first one is, to be honest. So we will see. Oh, this is very, yeah.
What do you think for mushrooms?
Yeah.
Do we legalize them? Do we like mushrooms? Absolutely we do, dude. We're gonna fucking trip balls, man. Yes, okay. So what about like wine in grocery stores, and then like beer and wine could be like delivered by DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever. Just Think of the children, you fucking psychopath. No. What do you think for...
So for background context, one of the crazy things is like Colorado's like I would say overall very progressive, and literally it's the stupidest. Like I mean, so they just approved the legalized mushrooms, recreational fungi as part of like the latest round of like elections or whatever.
Yeah,
and they did not pass a thing that just allowed like alcohol to be sold in grocery stores.
Yeah.
And the stupidest part is like we literally have a Trader Joe's right across the street. We were there yesterday. It's so funny because the way they get by it is Trader Joe's still has its own like liquor store area or like alcohol area you can buy stuff, but it's just like physically not in the same building. Like there's a little like hallway you have to go through to there. I'm like, it is literally so stupid. I'm like, why is that the thing that you're just like again, it's like that's where I draw the line.
Literally, it's crazy.
So stupid. And then this next one, it's pretty quick. I just thought, when I saw this, I thought it was pretty funny because of just the facial reactions. So I will play this one.
Mom, will you punch your daughter for $1 million?
I will do it for Nutella.
It was just funny because like she looks at like why the fuck you at like his sister like it's like why the fuck you asking this question. She was like $1 million. I'd do it for Nutella. I'm like that's hilarious. And let's see. And then here's Tyler's 2.
I already forgot the ones I sent.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Stop banging on my goddamn floor. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Damn.
Doing anything.
That's like me watching Step Up when I was like younger, thinking I could dance.
Yeah.
They're like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing?
That's so fucking funny. Oh, dude. Any of that shit where, like, when you're younger, like, watching a movie and you're, like, you just loved it, and all of a sudden you're just, like, you want to go home and be exactly what you just saw in the movie. Just, that's so good. So good.
And this one, it just made me laugh. That just cracked me up.
All right. And do you have a rewards account with us? Yes, Mary.221. Wait! Okay, go ahead. All right.
working in retail. That's so funny. Oh, man. That is good.
I almost want to do that at work sometimes. Sometimes I'm like taking notes and the people are like talking so fast.
It's like,
did you get it's like, just get up, like go off mute.
be like, hey, can you please shut the fuck up for a moment because I need to hear what they just said.
Yeah.
That's
just
so
like
funny.
slow down. Jesus.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so that was our comedic report this week. With that, we'll wrap it up with a 5v5 of things that are worth the money. So, with that, oh fuck, dude, it's been so long I can't even remember who went first.
Did you go first?
I go first this time, or so you go first now.
No, you're evens. I'm the odds.
Oh.
Because
That's
I'm
right.
odd.
That's right. I forgot we established this. My first pick is going to be TSA pre-check.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah. I literally realized, like, I think the last time I went through the common people's line was with you coming back to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never doing this again. This is a miserable experience.
Yeah.
I'm just so soft now.
Yeah, that's probably something I'm going to eventually transition to, but who knows when. My number one is going to be getting a dog.
Getting a dog, that was on my list.
Quite an expense, but well worth it.
Yeah. Kind of in the same vein as TSA PreCheck, sort of like travel focus. I'm gonna say traveling internationally. It's expensive, but I feel like everyone should at least do it once.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. I'm a big fan.
That's when I was worried if it wasn't specific enough.
Oh, no, that's a good one. My number 2 pick is going to be professional movers.
Oh, dude, I didn't even have that on my list. That's a good one. Moving's the worst.
Yeah, like
Oh,
dude,
that is-
especially after like moving now, and it's like, dude, fuck it.
That is a really good one. My third pick. I'm gonna go Amazon Prime.
Nice.
I literally use that for literally everything. So that is going to be my go-to.
Oh yeah. For me, number 3, I'm gonna say hiking shoes or hiking boots, whichever. Hiking shoes.
Yeah, that's good.
Because literally, like, I never knew how much they would like make that much of a difference until obviously being out here.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's crazy how like comfortable and like light they are compared to like what you think in your head. And then like just going in like athletic shoes is fine, obviously, but like sometimes the grip isn't there, or like you feel like your ankle's about to go.
Yeah.
So it's like it really does like make a huge difference in like comfortability of your feet. Because I feel like sometimes when I'd get back when I first started doing it, and I don't know if you feel this way, but like the bottoms of my feet would hurt. Like not necessarily like the arch, or like, but just like, you know, not enough cushion for the motion.
My next pick is quality toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it is like, yeah, you can get cheaper stuff, but then you're wiping your ass with sandpaper.
Yeah, literally.
So I'm willing to spend the extra amount to be like, this is not gonna, but yeah, I don't know, that's just so much better. So quality toilet paper is my fourth pick.
Oh yeah. For me, I'll probably say like a good pair of headphones.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because nothing's worse than having headphones that don't work, or back in the day we had to try to find a way for your headphones to connect, or if they're like just terrible quality, they don't fit in your ear, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have a couple on here. I'm gonna go with a good mattress.
Nice.
Because that was something, I got a new one when I went to Chicago, and I was like, going back and forth on how much I spent. I said, fuck it, I'll get a really nice one. And it's so fucking, I'm like such a fan. So that was probably my last pick.
My last one's probably going to be a hot take, but, well, not really. But I'm going to say Lululemon.
Lululemon. Oh, no, that's not a hot take. I like Lululemon. That is a really good pick.
Like, obviously, it's like pretty expensive for what it is, but
the
like,
quality's there, and you get the lifetime
comfort,
warranty.
yeah, the comfort and everything, and it's just like, damn, like this really is like, and it's like trendy, it's fashionable.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this really is like
It's comfortable. It's like, yeah, fashionable. Yeah, it just, and honestly, like I remember, like their customer service
They
is
fit
like
pretty well.
Their customer service is really good too, because like
Yeah.
I know, like I got sent the wrong size, or like actually that was when I went in the store and I was like, I bought it. I was like, I don't think
Doesn't
these are the
really
right
fit,
size.
right? Yeah.
They didn't like fit right, and then they sent me another pair that fit like normal. I was like, dang, that like it's awesome. Like it's great. So
Yeah.
other ones I had air fryer on
yeah.
there. I had LASIK, which I know I don't know how much it is, but like literally the idea of waking up and being able to fucking see is mind-boggling. A good winter jacket,
Yeah.
and then a desk chair. Which
Yeah,
not
desk
to
chair
rub it,
is
sorry,
huge.
that was like
No, I don't
knife.
need that. For me, I also had olive oil. Would be like like after having like the one from
like
Honey
good
Badger from
quality. Like
Italy,
you're like
it's like it's crazy how much different it makes.
yeah.
And then a vacuum cleaner, like a Dyson or something like
Yeah.
that, especially when you have a dog. It's
Oh
like,
shit, that reminds me that y'all wanted to try the Roomba, so let me know because I
Yeah.
literally have not used it. So
And then I put this one kind of as like a Hail Mary one because I wasn't sure, but I said charcuterie boards.
oh, that'd be a good one.
Because like I do really enjoy them, but for what they are, for how much
Yeah,
how much they cost, it is kind of crazy for like how much food you get, but how much it
Yeah.
is. It's like
one.
give you like 5 pieces of bread and 5
Yeah.
pieces of meat. It's like, okay, but they're always good. But it's like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah, one thing that I didn't have on my list that I just thought of that I would have if it wasn't for the fact that we had them outside would be a grill.
Yeah,
Like if I like had to like get my own grill, like that would be so worth it. I was like
cast iron pan.
I put college question mark.
no,
Depends on I guess on your point of view, but
yeah, but like and like what you want to do with your life.
yeah, exactly.
Cast iron pan is a good one.
Oh, dude, do you guys have a cast iron skillet?
We don't.
I love it. It is so nice. I'm trying to remember when I got or why I got it, but I've used it so much. It's great.
Yeah.
I was literally like when we were coming up with our list, I was trying to like look around my apartment, and that's where like air fryer. It was so funny because my first thing I thought of travel internationally. Then I like look around my apartment, air fryer. I'm like, and I could not think of anything else for like a couple minutes. And I was like, this is a very weird list.
A
But yeah,
foldable table.
foldable table right here, this bad boy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty solid. I mean, also, like, I would say, like, another purchase, and I guess it comes down to, like, how much you use it, but, like, I don't know. I feel like with work, it was like, oh, do I need another laptop? But like getting a nice like personal laptop has been so nice.
Yeah, that's for sure.
PS5, great purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got a pretty good list.
Yeah, we can go back through.
Also, would you? I guess it also depends maybe on the artist you're saying, but like seeing your favorite person perform, like whether it's a concert or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I'm the boat of like.
Do you think that would be? Have you seen? You haven't seen Drake live, have you?
No, but
do you think that'd be like what would be? I know we've had this conversation with like Nancy and like Cody about like.
I don't know. To me, like, I mean, I like concerts, but I almost prefer being at like culinary dropout and someone's like performing live. Like, I like that much better than like all of us staring at a stage and watching this person sing. And like
you're like almost like doing something and that's happening.
Yeah, like that's like when we're at like the farmer's market and someone's saying, "Oh, this is so sick." Yeah. But I'm like, if we're all just like standing there and like sitting in our seats watching someone sing, unless it's a musical, then like that's
No, like, I totally that makes sense. I was just
and that's like a very hot take. Obviously, concerts are very popular, but like
I mean, I wouldn't say
like.
I wouldn't. I like. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm down to go to concerts for sure, but I feel like I don't go to like that many. Where I would be
plus, like when I was younger, I always went to concerts and like went to like the floor, like the general admission, like crowd, you know, and like that's when it was sort of fun because people would be like dancing or like.
But if you're like in stadium seats, it's kind of like
I like never understood. Like I like stadium seats and I get it because you get to see like the person you really want to see, but like, do you get up and like dance in front of your seat and stuff like that, or like?
Yeah,
it's weird to me.
Yeah, no, I mean I mean I don't know if that's that out of thing. I think some people. I think you have kind of both sides. You have like the people who like love it, and then you have like other people who are probably just more like indifferent.
Yeah, I mean like that's like obviously that's my take because like I'm not a big fan of just concerts in general, but I like concert. Like say like we were gonna go out. There's this like this huge.
I feel like Red
outdoor,
Rock. Seeing a concert at Red Rocks would be cool.
I think it's in like Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, or Colorado or something like that. But there's this huge like. I gotta look it up, like canyon, and they put this stage at the bottom, and it's like this huge like hill going upwards, and that looks crazy. So like something like that would be like fun. It doesn't even matter who I'm seeing. I probably wouldn't pay more than $200 for it, but like that'd probably be like something that I would like love to go to.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny because I think the way I look like is anytime I'm like about to spend. So like it's a large purchase of anything, my mind immediately goes to like this could be a trip to somewhere. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, plus like it depends too. Like obviously there are people out there that really love Taylor Swift, and like just the chance of seeing Taylor Swift alone would be like worth the money. Yeah. So it's like I understand from that point of view.
Yeah. I guess I just don't like
because like if it was Obama speaking on stage, then I'd be like, I'll spend $1,000 on that. Yeah. But like. It's
that's what I'm saying. Like
Drake, then I'm like, oh, I don't really care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because like, there's only like
it's like who you value most.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's only like so many people that you'd like want to see like live that badly. Yeah, because I feel like I'd be I think more pumped to see someone who I really enjoy like their stand up and like really go to that like a Bo, like I've never seen Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham,
like that would be something where I'd be like, oh, I'm so pumped, like that's great. Versus like. I don't know, like, don't get me wrong. And, like, this also goes back to I'm a psychopath who went a while without having music on my phone and just listened to podcasts. But, like, for me, I feel like that I would enjoy a little bit more. But, like, concerts are still fun, so.
Oh, for sure. And, like, I think the problem with me, too, is I don't really have, like, a set artist that I just, like... Even, like, Drake now, I, like, listen to his album, but, like, there's a few of them that I, like, and I put in my playlist, but, like,
really
not all of them.
Well, he really likes 21 Savage now, so.
Yeah. But like
that shit is so fucking funny.
I always listen to like new artists. I try to find like new music like every week because I just get so like tired out from listening to the same ones over and over.
That's why I feel like when I do listen to
I feel like there's no concert that I like really go see because like I don't even have.
Well, that's what I say. Like, yeah, because anytime someone's like, "Oh, who's your favorite artist?" I kind of like because I'm really one who like if when I do listen to music more frequently, I'm either listening to throwbacks. Or I'm listening kind of like just the latest music that's out because I just want to like cause it's just and then it's just like a mix of people, so it's not exactly like I don't know, but I also know they're like I mean I've also listened to a ton of Taylor Swift lately and that's just kind of been absorbed into my brain. But I don't know. I haven't asked how about a Drake concert. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard. I mean, I think he'd be good live.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure shows are off the chain. But like again, it's just like
also, and it's just like the amount of money they would like it probably costs to go to one is probably stupid.
Yeah. Plus, like I feel like the floor at those concerts are more expensive because like everyone's like jumping around and having fun. Like just like to me, sitting in a stadium seat watching Drake perform does not sound like a fun time.
Yeah, because you literally could. I don't know. I mean, that's your whole thing. Is like you're there for the experience, but like you also could do that at home, and I don't know. Maybe it is a hot take. I don't know. I'd be much more.
I'm definitely in the minority for thinking that.
Well, yeah, because like I don't know. Because I guess with a concert, you're hearing like I guess you want to hear songs that you know, but like I think what I like about stand up is like unless you've seen the person perform already, like they're usually having new material and it's hilarious, and you don't know what to expect, and that's like kind of the. I don't know, you're like excited to...
Yeah.
It's almost like... Yeah, I don't know. This is probably a super hot take if people are like, what the hell are you saying? But, I don't know. I guess, but it's hard too because when you're at a concert, you also want to hear songs you know because you can sing along.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Well, to me, like, I like, would figure like dancing at concerts would be like the thing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
It almost feels like it's like not.
You're standing... Yeah, because like you're kind of just like... I don't know, like you only have so much movement you can do in your seat.
Because like when you're, I don't know, like stand-ups, you have to pay attention to the material and like get the joke and follow along. It's not like you're like focusing on like moving around. You're like, oh, this is so much fun.
Yeah,
and,
like you're just sitting there and enjoying.
It's like you're like, no, shut up, and like you're like watching a movie.
Yeah, know? Exactly. Whereas like that is more like, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, and it's also like I feel like going to be harder too. Wait, what the? That's such a... Are you talking about the football team? Andy just asked the most random question in the chat.
What do you guys think of Oklahoma?
What do we think of Oklahoma? I'm literally looking up to see if they're like playing right now. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're not. I thought for a second.
Just asking because you're a bunch of boomers.
Boomer sinners. That's actually really... That's fucking funny. Andy says, what do you guys think about Oklahoma? Just asking because you're a bunch of boomers. That's
because you don't like concerts.
That's actually really funny.
I mean, I like loud music. I like being in like a packed like place of people dancing. But I don't like just sitting there and watching.
Yeah, I will say...
I think that's the opposite. Like, boomers love to just sit there and watch.
I will say, though, that it is kind of funny because there's been multiple times where I'm like, damn, I'm like... And we've even said, like, we're getting...
Well, like, last night at dinner, I'm like, dude, this is too loud. Like,
they turned on the music. Or, like, we've gone...
We're trying to have dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, there's been times where, like, we've gone... Because, like, usually the tap room right by us is, like, pretty, like, chill. Like, there's, like, not always too many people there. So, like, it's a pretty chill environment. But there was a time where it was when we went there on that like Friday, and like usually on it doesn't get that crazy. Like there might be more people than usual, but it's not like it'd be crazy. But it was like I guess there was like some hockey game on or something, but it was fucking packed, and we got there and we're just like, this is too much.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It was just like nuts, and then they're like, we are old. That's really fucking funny though, Andy. I did not. If you didn't say that, I literally was like, dude, they play football? Are they playing football right now? Or like the state? Like what's so special about the state of Oklahoma? But
that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. Okay, well, I think going back over what we picked for our 5v5. So I had TSA pre-check, traveling internationally, Amazon Prime membership, quality toilet paper, and a good mattress.
And I had getting a dog, professional movers, hiking shoes or boots, a good pair of headphones, and Lululemon.
Yeah.
Well,
we went long. This is like almost like a 2-hour episode, but it was nice to be back.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about. So yeah, that was our episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you guys were able to catch up with us as we explained our lives this past month. It's crazy. It was just a month, but there was so much that happened.
Well, that's what was funny.
I
we
forget
did
so
all our
much.
notes, and then we like forgot something. Like, oh yeah, you were in an entirely different state. I watched a beast.
That's right. So, we hope you guys enjoyed this one,
blast.
and like we hope we do enjoy the questions. So always keep them coming. We look forward to them. You always can send them early ahead of time. You don't have to send them on the day of, but of course the reminder helps. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one, and we hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday.
Absolutely.
We might not do it.
Yeah, I was just like looking at the calendar, so I was like, probably next one would be like maybe the 28th, which is like the Monday. If we want to go, like if we do it Monday again, we could do it Monday after Thanksgiving. So probably around then to try to squeeze it in between, because I know we're obviously doing some travel and stuff. So yeah. So we'll keep everyone posted on socials and stuff, and we'll try to not take another month break. Obviously, we got the holidays. We'll try to do stuff in between. But yeah, this was awesome. Great to catch up with everyone, and thanks for being so active in the chat. This was great, and the questions were great too.
Yeah, thanks everyone. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.